So in terms of one of the most important things in these videos, the V, or V's I should say, V for voice, and there are several of them. For the open vowels there are two passaggios or passaggi separating three V's, and how the sensation, and say the vocal space, becomes refined and cultivated. How do we start with that? So the bottom of a V is a passaggio. It's sort of like a break in the voice, like a gear shift in the car back in the day, all right? At first, my teacher used to say, and I believe this to be the case, an old school method that he used to say back and down in noble sound with. Okay? So, with a little bit of depth, back and down, the down part, for the guys. Now the girls, we don't talk about the Adam's apple so much, but there's a little drop in it nonetheless. The guys, the basses will have the most drop in this Adam's apple. And so moving up through that break or gear shift in the voice, where the teacher's got to be able to define that, and I have in my charts as well that you'll see in a different part of the video. Usually, with the larynx dropped, we can sense initially that there is a back and down draw. See, if you take an imaginary line from the bottom of your jaw, and there's just that little bit of pressure or stretch. We'll call it an expansion or opening of the space in this direction. Of course, that assumes the Adam's apple is going to stay down. But, the teacher shouldn't touch that so much. They needn't pull it down. There's a few teachers that do that. I don't think that's absolutely necessary. Initially, that type of space with a bit more of a closed vowel shade, so ah is going to become initially more like an O or an open O. Heading toward an open O, we do have the vowel of AW that can also, for sure, suffice. So ah becomes aw, and the posture is allowed to drop a little bit beneath sea level. So straight on is what we're often taught, but at a passaggio, dropping just slightly is usually a good idea because it couples with the larynx very nicely. You'll notice this in great singers from videos. You can put that through your own sense of truth. Okay, so we have a closed vowel shade, a purse of the mouth that will eventually bring in the back of the nose over time. Sort of like the timing of it. If you think of a PBS video of a flower, let's say, where it starts closed and it blossoms, and there's a camera on it that's high speed. It'll take 3 to 6 months to be able to find, on top of this initial covering of the tone, a closure of the vowel with a little bit of depth. That mask will eventually come in as the second most important ingredient in that. So you have a tone, and I'll just do it half voice as usual here. So there's that little bit of depth there initially. So that's built to start with. Luciano would say sort of a more suffocated or suffocato sound.